guys, I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor here in Austin, Texas. And today we are featuring a really cute little neighborhood that I think is pretty understated, right in the middle of North Central Austin. Today we are here in the Wooten neighborhood, and I am standing literally in the Wooten neighborhood park. Before we get started, I just want to make sure that you have my contact information, which is right here. I want to make sure that you guys know that if you're thinking of selling a home or buying a home in the Austin area, that you can always reach me. I really love working with the clients that find me through YouTube. It's been a really wonderful experience. I live in Austin, I work in Austin, I know this town inside and out, and I'm honestly really excited to help you in your home search or in the sale of your home. So with that, let's talk about Wooten. Some of the stuff that I really like about the Wooten neighborhood is the homes, of course, have a lot of character and they're really cute. The location is really, really good, not just in the sense that you're right between the highways and you can access everything pretty quickly, but also I would say depending in the part of the neighborhood that you live in, it's pretty walkable as well. Of course, one of the main attractions for the Wooten area is just being so close to Burnett Road. If you live in Austin or if you've been studying Austin, you'll for sure know that Burnett Road has tons of stuff going on. It also intersects with Anderson Lane, which is full of stuff to do. Some of the things that are super nearby to here, of course, there's gonna be gyms, grocery stores, there's a bunch of furniture shops, bunch of restaurants, there's a Hop Dottie a little bit less than a mile away, and then there's the neighborhood park where we are right now, and then there's sidewalks everywhere, so you can move around or scoot around pretty easily. I also have a couple of clients that purchased homes here a couple of years ago, and they've always said really positive things about the Wooten neighborhood. They tend to know their neighbors. It's a very relaxed and friendly neighborhood, very welcoming. As I was driving in, somebody waved hi. I feel like Wooten is a pretty good representation of what Austin is. It's chill, it's cute. This particular one is very conveniently located, and there's like tons of stuff to do. So the location of Wooten, the northernmost edge of it is on 183. The western portion of it stops at Burnett Road, and then it goes south to Anderson Lane. As you saw on the map, it's actually a very small little sliver in Austin. It's one of those neighborhoods that I think sometimes people glaze over because it is such a cute little pocket. A lot of times people be like Allendale or Brentwood or like North Central Austin, but Wooten actually has quite a bit of flavor to it, and it's a really cute little spot. When you go through Wooten, you'll mostly see little homes that were built from, I would say, the late 50s. I think 1950 is the oldest home I've seen there, up until I'd say late 60s is the majority of them. However, you can also see that there's quite a few newer construction homes. And unlike so many other parts of Austin, instead of seeing these like really modern homes with the sharp edges and steep roof lines and all of those kind of design elements, we actually tend to see new construction homes that have more of a craftsman style, a little bit more traditional, but they still have a lot of pop. A lot of times they'll have a lot of color and really cute detailing. The feeling that I get is that most people have taken pride in their homes there, so most of the homes are really well taken care of. Yards are really neatly trimmed. There's a couple parks there. The main park is Wooten Neighborhood Park. There's no like actual like grocery stores and restaurants in Wooten proper, but if you go down half a block, you can pretty much walk to all sorts of stuff. If you head west and you go to Burnett Road, there's a ton of stuff over there. Right now we are driving down Burnett Road, which is one of the main arteries of this north central Austin neighborhood. As you can see, there's a bunch of small businesses, restaurants, things to do right along Burnett Road. This is one of the other main shopping centers that's right on Anderson Lane, which is right by the Wooten neighborhood. It's actually one of many. There's a lot of shopping centers and strip malls right here that are chock full of stuff. One of the places that's really popular here, of course, is Terra Toys. I believe it's a locally owned toy shop, and they've been there for a very, very long time. They tend to carry toys that are more like out of the box, things that are really like force kids to be a little bit more creative and that kind of stuff. It's super cute in there. Precision Camera is also another really popular spot. That's where a lot of people will go and get just cameras, camera gear, all sorts of stuff. And then another place that's really popular right in that shopping center, of course, is Hop Dottie. There really is quite a bit to do in the Wooten neighborhood. Also the fact that it is just right there nestled between 3 major highways. Of course, it's basically on Highway 183, really close to Mopac, and just a few minutes over to IH-35. So even if you have to go like way far north or way far south, access to these highways and movement is super fast and very, very convenient. So I've got my lovely computer with me. I'm on MLS, which is where all of our real-time housing sales numbers, information, all of that stuff lives. And I looked up homes that have sold in the last 180 days or the last 6 months in Wooten proper. And I'm gonna start with the least expensive home that I find, and I'll just jump directly to the most expensive, and then we'll talk about kind of the middle price range that you can find there. So the least expensive home that was sold in Wooten was a little house. It was actually very little. That was built in 1968. It was just over 1,000 square feet. It was listed for $409,000 and it ended up selling for $455,000. Now let's jump to the most expensive home that I can see has sold in Wooten in the last 6 months. This is a home that was built in 1958. It was completely remodeled. It is 1,670 square feet. It was listed at $800,000 and it ended up selling for $905,000. I do see a little bit of price range variety, if you will, in Wooten. I would say the majority of the homes are going to be in the high 500s through probably the mid to high 800 price range, really depending what you're looking at. Like I mentioned, that little home that sold for $455,000, that was an actual little home and it needed quite a bit of work. Wooten has actually been pretty popular for quite a long time. However, it has gotten even more popular, as you can imagine, since the domain is there. It is, I want to say, a 6-minute drive to the domain from the Wooten neighborhood, kind of depending on where you're coming from. So that kind of area is really good for somebody that likes cute little houses that have a lot of character, that are gonna be a little bit older. Most of the yards tend to be pretty spacious, and then you've got access to all the quirky things that are up and down Burnett Road, and then the really cool shops and restaurants on Anderson Lane. And then if you also kind of like a mix of like new and more polished, kind of grandiose, you could hang out at the domain because it's just a few minutes away. So that's it, you guys. That is what I have got for the Wooten neighborhood. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new. If you are thinking of buying a home or selling a home in the Austin area, please feel free to reach out. I always love hearing from you guys and working with clients that find me through YouTube. Anyway, I'm Daphne Quay. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.